What's up guys, how we all doing? Today we're looking at 12 dumbest robberies caught on camera. I think there's gonna be a few quite interesting clips here for us today. So yeah, let's get started and find out what we did.
Hi everyone, due to some circumstances, I'm gonna be the voice in today's video. Thanks for your understanding. Do you love action movies about car chases and spectacular robberies?
That looks quite interesting.
Many of us prefer this movie genre because it gives us a sense of thrill.
Yeah,
even if you know that the movie will have a happy ending, you are still on the edge of your seat thanks to plot twists. Of course, the heroes overcome all the obstacles, the police are too late to catch them, and fate seems to favor the cunning thieves. Well, movies often have little to do with real life, where only a few criminals can be considered masterminds, and that's a good thing.
I like the first person, bro.
It's 2020, and people are trying to abandon cars in favor of environmentally friendly transport. In any large city with favorable climate conditions, you can find hundreds of bicycle parking lots and paths. However, for some reason, this thief from the American city of Gladstone, Oregon, chose the worst possible place to steal a bike: the entrance to the local police station. We think you already know what happened next. Almost immediately, a local officer left the building and, struck by such audacity, arrested the offender on the spot. Perhaps
he wanted to get there, I swear.
Would be too busy to notice him, but he did not think about one thing. In any decent police station, there are cameras at the entrance. Thanks to them, the robber was spotted.
So he basically tried to steal a cop's bike.
What is the most important thing to disguise when committing a crime? That's right, fingerprints and your face. The first can be easily concealed using special gloves, and to hide your face, you could use a mask or a balaclava.
Thanks for the info, bro.
In this video, it seems, also knew this, but got a little confused. He entered into the store with a gun, looking directly at the camera with his face uncovered. Then he stopped for a second, apparently realizing something was wrong. For several seconds, he struggles to put on a mask that does not fit, and only then enthusiastically proceeds to rob the cashier. Maybe the guy thought that the purpose of the mask was only to intimidate the cashier.
Why would you not put it on beforehand?
Creative outfit.
Probably forgot.
It seems that the problem we mentioned in the previous video is common among criminals. This burglar also forgot to wear a mask. The potential burglar showed up at the door of the store at night in polka dot clown pants. After realizing that he did not put his mask on, the offender disappeared from the camera's field of view and returned with a heavy bottle. But the shopkeepers apparently are smart people because the glass door was strong enough to withstand the blow. Then the criminal realized that he failed and fled the crime scene. And if that were not enough, he also stumbled and fell while trying to run away.
Bro, he was on something, man.
Hiding things under clothes is a fairly common practice among novice thieves, but everyone realizes that only a small thing can fit under a t-shirt or in your pocket. Well, this guy apparently didn't know this. Walking around the construction tool store, he decided to steal a chainsaw. He wanted to avoid attracting unnecessary attention, but he couldn't think of anything better than shoving it right under his clothes. The sharp part in a protective case slid right into the trousers, and the heavy motor disappeared right under his t-shirt. Then the criminal went to the parking lot, got on his bike, which, by the way, was also stolen, and drove off. Fortunately, the officer noticed his suspicious behavior in time and managed to track the offender's route. The police patrol soon arrived to detain the culprit.
That's odd.
Darth Vader.
That's odd.
The guy from this video decided to be original and use a more interesting disguise instead of the usual mask or a balaclava. He chose the sinister mask of Darth Vader, the legendary character from the Star Wars saga.
You were the chosen one! Bring balance to the force!
At least it's better than nothing, I guess.
There was only one issue, or rather, a few of them. First, he went into the store with the mask in his hands. That is, the camera has already recorded his face. After realizing this, he put the mask on, but not for long. It turned out that the poor fellow put on the mask the wrong way, so he had to remove it again and show his face to the camera a second time. Gun drop. Usually, thieves choose stores with a lot of cash at the checkout or with expensive goods, for example, a pharmacy with rare drugs. It is unclear what logic this guy followed, but he clearly did not choose the best place for a robbery. It was an electronic vaporizer store, and according to the owner, he had $100 tops at the checkout cash register. But the hero of this video could not even get to the money. He showed up at an empty store wearing black glasses and a cap. He went straight to the cash register, leaving his fingerprints on the glass door. Suddenly, took the gun out of his pocket and dropped it
At
right
least
behind the
he's covering
counter.
face with
Well, it's
glasses.
okay, he apparently thought, and clumsily jumped on the counter to get the weapon back. But the agile
Oh
store
my
employee was already ahead of him. In the end, the thief simply had
He
to
just
flee the scene
freaking-
of a failed crime.
Oh,
Okay, he
man.
apparently thought, and clumsily
Legend.
jumped on the counter to get the weapon back. But the agile
Look at
store
that.
employee
Boom.
was already ahead of him. In the end, the thief simply had to flee the scene of a failed crime.
That's some GTA shit that, yeah.
Recorded from all angles. Perhaps the perfect choice for any thief is a store where there are no surveillance cameras. Although today, there probably aren't any. Criminals want to leave as little evidence as possible.
What is this club? What the hell?
But the heroes of this video
Sounds
decided they would do it the hard way. It is not entirely clear whether this was an accident or a pre-planned operation, but for some reason, two offenders decided to rob a store stuffed with hidden cameras. Yes, you heard right. This store sells cameras only. And of course, in such a place, it would be stupid not to install a comprehensive surveillance system. The owners did just that. So the robbery was recorded from all possible angles by 17 cameras. You won't see footage this detailed even on TV. Tricky brick.
17 angles, yeah.
Today,
What the
tempered
hell?
glass is no longer
Did
such
he
a
just eat
rare and
himself?
expensive material, and it is often used to protect not only cars, but also various rooms from break-ins. Apparently, the robber did not count on this. He decided to use the most common material to break into the
rock.
restaurant, a brick. Well, it's not difficult to guess what happened next. The massive block bounced right back into the head of the criminal, and as a result, he simply fainted, and his failure was captured on camera. Another similar incident happened in Ireland, this time
Did he
with a
knock
car.
himself
The
out?
criminal is trying to break the side window of the car with a brick, but even after the second attempt, the glass is still intact. This does not discourage
just
the
gave up.
criminal, and he decides to
no.
find something bigger.
Oh, he just got something bigger. Okay.
Then the most epic thing happens. A huge piece of brick bounces right back into the guy's face, and he gets knocked out cold on the spot. By the way, the owner of the car,
Bro.
who appeared sometime later, initially decided that someone had attacked the criminal. However, the latter soon regained consciousness and began to threaten the owner. Thankfully, the unfortunate
What?
thief was arrested by the police on the same day.
That's so odd.
Thief trap. Watch and learn, business owners.
Fact
An
himself.
entrepreneur, Peggy Burnt from Vancouver, Canada, has suffered a lot during her time as an owner of a telephone repair service. In the end, she decided to put an end to a series of robberies once and for all. First, the employees began to take away all the valuable goods from the store for the night. And second, Peggy decided to set an interesting trap right at the entrance. The hero of this video got right into it. He managed to enter the shop, but it went downhill from there. Realizing that there was nothing to steal there, the guy decided to quickly disappear. But he couldn't break through the gate either at the front or the emergency exit, so he struggled with it until the police arrived. A smart owner.
Okay.
The owner of this store
That's
too
smart.
was tired of break-ins and found an
There
even more
is?
creative solution to his problem. He set up a real trap inside, just like in a video game. It is a room where a potential burglar ends up immediately after he gets into the store. There are 3 doors
Damn.
inside, but not one of them can be broken, including the one that just slammed right behind the thief. Too bad these surveillance cameras do not record sound, although you can feel the panic of the criminal simply by looking at the image. Judging by the timer on the screen, he had to spend an entire hour in the room before the police arrived, while he was desperately trying to find at least some sort of escape route. Well, he got what he deserved.
Well, okay.
Spectacular
Yo, that's
fall.
a dope ass trap, that yo.
And here we have probably the most ridiculous crime in history.
Yeah, there's
it
so
all
many
started
cops.
like an ordinary burglary. A guy and a girl enter a regular grocery store, which looks like a mini market at a gas station. While the girl was waiting at the entrance, her companion paid for her purchase, 1 can of Pepsi. He used a stolen card, and his behavior caused suspicion among store owners. They promptly called the police, and the officers arrived quickly. A fight ensued, and while the police were trying to subdue the guy, the girl ran away into the utility room and climbed
I've seen
higher,
this one.
somewhere right above the ceiling of the store. Well, then
So,
you can see
bro,
what happened. A lot of commotion for a single can of soda.
I actually saw that one. That is so freaking funny. Like, the girl went into the back and climbed into the roof. Like, what? Why? Why would she climb into a roof so that she then just fell out?
An Oscar-worthy performance.
Oscar.
In countries where health insurance benefits reach impressive amounts, people are willing to do many tricks for the sake of profit. This man, for example, tried to trick the insurance company with a simple performance clearly worthy of an Oscar. This story happened in the break room of the company, where the man was working at that time. Just look how gracefully he fell, pretending to slip on the ice from his drink. The man was lying on the floor until his colleagues found him, and then he demanded large insurance payments for treatment. The deception was revealed when his application was reviewed, and officers looked at the recordings from a hidden camera and saw this incredible scene.
Still another case of somebody who forgot the cameras exist. But yeah, I have to say my favorite one is still the GTA character. The guy who dropped his freaking gun and then fly kicked the door open to run away. That's some entertaining shit out here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace!